Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cleve Podcast. This is John LaFront, and I am here with another mini episode that we have labeled Here's the Lesson. And we have a great lesson for you today, so let's just jump right into it. You know, there's something that I see come up over and over again when people start setting boundaries with their family. And it's not confusion about what to say, it's what they feel after they say it. It's the guilt, that voice that starts asking, was that too harsh? Am I hurting them? Am I being selfish? And for a lot of people, that guilt is enough to pull them right back into old patterns, back into over explaining, back into people pleasing, back into abandoning themselves. So here's the lesson: guilt does not always mean you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it means you're doing something different. If you were raised in a family where love was tied to loyalty, or where keeping the peace mattered more than telling the truth, then of course, boundaries are going to feel really wrong at first. Because you're not just changing your behavior, you're stepping out of a role you've been playing for years, maybe decades even. And when you step out of that role, the system, it reacts. Not always because you're wrong, but because you're no longer predictable. So, what do most people do? They wait. They say, I'll set the boundary once I feel more confident, once the guilt goes away. But confidence doesn't come before the boundary, it comes after. So, here's what I want you to remember: you can feel guilty and still be doing the right thing. You can feel uncomfortable and still be moving in the right direction. You can love your family and still choose to protect your peace. And for some of you, this isn't just uncomfortable. It feels like loss. It feels like grief because you're starting to see the relationship more clearly. And that clarity, it can come with a cost. But clarity is what allows you to build something healthier, more honest, more grounded, more aligned with who you actually are. So, if you're in that place right now where you're trying to set boundaries and the guilt keeps creeping in, I really want you to hear this. You are not a bad son or daughter. You're not selfish for simply telling the truth. And you're not wrong for protecting what matters most. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stop participating in what's hurting you. So here's the lesson for the day: guilt isn't always a signal to go back. Sometimes it's a signal that you've finally stepped forward. Before we wrap today, I want to thank our sponsor. We have partnered with the team over at Eterna Tribute. They are an elevated memorial and keepsake brand focused on helping families honor and remember their loved ones in meaningful ways. One of the offerings they provide is a custom tribute song created from the life and story and personality of someone that you love. This is something that we actually did for my dad years later, and it has already been just a very, very meaningful keepsake that we cherish. It's a deeply personal way to preserve a memory and something that can be shared, revisited, and held onto for years to come. The quality is absolutely amazing. And if this is something that resonates with you, you can learn more about it at eternatribute.com. And we will put the direct link to the custom tribute song product page in our show notes. And that is what we have today. So, anyways, if this whole message today, if it resonated with you, I go deeper into this in a recent article on our website, leavethencleave.com. And you can also look at our recent book that we launched, also entitled Leave Then Cleave. And that is available on our website also. And you can find all that in your show notes. All right, that's all I got for you today. Hope you have a great one.